Good evening, I'm Spencer Buckler. Coming up tonight, the USC community is still mourning the loss of a freshman from over the weekend, the latest on his death. And the search is on for a new coach for the Gamecock football team, the players that have opted out of the season since Will Muschamp was fired. And the Vista is ready for the holidays, a look at one of Columbia's winter traditions. But first, DHEC reported South Carolina's first death of the flu season today. The agency says the person is from the PD region. DHEC is urging all residents to get their flu shots as soon as possible to protect themselves. Health experts across the country are also encouraging all college students to get tested for COVID-19 before heading home for the holidays. USC has expanded testing hours to meet an expected boom in demand. Students can take the saliva test between 9 and 4 on Davis Field or go to the health center for nasal swab testing from 8:30 to 4:30. With the extra opportunities for testing, President Kaslan says there's no good reason for students not to take advantage of it. This comes as numbers continue to spike across the country. In the most recent reports, there are currently 72 active cases of COVID-19 on the USC campus. 125 new cases of the virus were reported in Richland County today. Statewide, there were more than 1,200 new cases reported today. The rise in COVID-19 numbers is causing New York City to close all of their schools tomorrow. Here in the Palmetto State, schools aren't shutting down, but teachers are leaving the classroom because of safety concerns. Richland, too, has seen 12 teachers resign since the pandemic began. The district was able to replace those teachers, but the Palmetto State Teachers Association says they're expecting similar job vacancy numbers as last year, when there were over 550. The USC family is mourning the loss of a freshman from over the weekend. SGTV's Cade Crenshaw has the latest on the most recent tragedy here on the USC campus.
The University of South Carolina is in mourning this week as 18-year-old freshman Brecken Riley Musey was identified by Richland County Coroner Gary Watts to have died. The chemistry major from North Charleston was discovered early Sunday morning in the Honors Residence Hall when a Carolina alert was sent out across campus announcing that the death was being investigated. University President Bob Kaslan said in a news release that, quote, "Shelley and I are deeply saddened about the loss of Brecken Musey, and we send our deepest condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones." The university released a statement on Twitter yesterday acknowledging this loss, making counseling services available for students who may be grieving.
Richland County Coroner Gary Watts has not released an official cause of death, but is not suspecting that foul play was involved. This is a developing story as local law enforcement is still investigating the situation. For further updates, you can follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4. Outside Honors Residence Hall, Cade Crenshaw, SGTV News 4.
Thanks, Cade. After the break, how the Vista is celebrating the holiday season and where the Gamecock football team is at after Coach Muschamp was fired.
All flags, including the one at the South Carolina State House, will be flown at half-staff until...
The alumni help inform South Carolina legislators about the many ways that USC benefits
Baseball has started off their 2020 campaign 4-0 after sweeping Holy Cross,
South Carolina at the Carolina State Fair. It is the national and international...
13 cases of infected people in the U.S., but experts here at USC say there is no reason...
Tonight is doing their comedy sketches. That's another branch of SGTV. It's a big deal. It's going to be
60 again, but those showers are showing up. Tuesday will be 68th Super Bowl in 50 years. They took down the San Francisco 49ers 31.
First Filipinos in California in October of 1587.
Good evening, I'm Spencer Buckler. Coming up tonight, for years, the minimum age. Tomorrow, the World Health Organization, there have been a reported 916 flu.
A study from the National Academy of Medicine states.
Sam Petrelli and staffers here at the Big...
Many members of the Carolina community.
Hip Hop Wednesday is a culture phenomenon here at the University.
Big changes are coming to the USC football program. SGTV's Kendall Smith has more on the firing of Will Muschamp.
This Saturday, South Carolina will be taking on Missouri at 7:30 p.m. at Williams-Brice Stadium. But for the first time in 5 seasons, it won't be Will Muschamp leading the team out of the tunnel. It'll be interim head coach Mike Bobo. Last night, it was announced that after 5 seasons in Columbia, South Carolina football head coach Will Muschamp was relieved of his coaching duties, and offensive coordinator Mike Bobo will be taking over as the interim head coach.
A difficult day yesterday for sure, but certainly a lot of bright spots in this program with Coach Muschamp's fingerprints on it.
And Bobo is wasting no time making moves, adding a familiar face to the coaching staff.
We are going to assign a 10th coach, and that's going to be Connor Shaw. He's going to help out in the quarterback room.
Following the release of last night's news, many former and current Gamecock football players took to social media to express their gratitude for Muschamp, many thanking him for giving them an opportunity. Gamecock quarterback Colin Hill echoed that sentiment.
You know, I am extremely grateful for Coach Muschamp. You know, he gave me an opportunity when I was coming off of a 3rd ACL.
But despite all of the noise following Muschamp's firing, the Gamecocks are charging ahead and are focused on finishing the season strong.
My job sitting here today is to get this team ready to go this Saturday, to put the best foot forward when we take the field Saturday night and play with a heart and passion for South Carolina.
For Capital City Sports, I'm Kendall Smith.
Thanks, Kendall. The Gamecocks have seen 4 players opt out this week. The team lost star defensive backs J.C. Horn and Israel Makwamu, along with R.J. Roderick and Marcus Scott. If you're not feeling too great about the Gamecocks taking on Mizzou this weekend, well, maybe you can take some time to head to the Vista for some holiday cheer. Columbia's annual holiday festival, Vista Lights, runs through Sunday. The festival is taking place over 1 week to ensure customers are socially distanced. The shopping and dining event features week-long specials from many businesses, including craft axe throwing, sake tumi, and grill marks. The Christmas tree on the corner of Lincoln and Gervais will be lit all weekend, so don't miss your chance to get in the holiday spirit. And finally, tonight, my last editorial for the semester, and actually the last story I will ever read for SGTV. As I was writing this, I realized that it was going to be my last time in the SGTV office. I've spent countless hours in that office and in this studio. A lot of memories, some that, I'd rather forget, but memories that have shaped me into the person who reads you the news every Wednesday night. It was 3.5 years ago that I joined SGTV. It was my first week on campus, and I was absolutely terrified. I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. I remember going to my first news meeting and my voice cracked when I asked if I could be added to the group message because I was so nervous. Soon after, an associate producer took me under her wing. Her name was Elena Barilla. Elena is now one of my best friends, but if it weren't for her, there's no chance that I would be here. She is still a person to this day that I look up to and go to for advice and all the above. I continued up the ranks of SGTV. Now I work with people that I love. I love them with my entire heart. To people like Mercy, Ward, Vince, Peter, Andy, Michaela, Nathaniel, Rita, Aaron, Carly, Graham, every single person on my exec staff. Thank you. And I've loved hosting for this show for you all every week. And I couldn't have done it without my producers, Tom and Jack. You guys make this show what it is, and I absolutely love being here with you guys every single week. It's one of the highlights of my week. I'm really proud of the work that SGTV has done as an organization. This organization has shaped me into the person I am today. Every single friendship, relationship, opportunity here in college, it all stems from right here at SGTV. I'm so grateful for these past 3.5 years, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.